Hi guys, welcome to Parawomenradio. I'm Amy. We are going to go into their social medias actually in just a minute. I did do a live back in January where I captured a lot of their social medias as it was before they privated a lot of stuff. So we're going to look at that. But first, I want to go into this is an In Touch magazine story. Who is her family? I wanted to kind of go over the characters and the lineup of each person we're about to look at. So, who is Gypsy Rose Blanchard's father, Rod Blanchard? Before we do that, if I could just ask you guys to give this live a thumbs up, it would help me out a lot. Welcome to all the new members and welcome to all my old members. Welcome to all the new Dragonflies. The Dragonfly is the membership program over on YouTube. It's $2.99 a month. It's just a way to help my channel out. If you want to support me additionally, it's always welcome. And yes, PR is working overtime and failing. I wonder if they do have a true PR person. Not that any of them seem to listen to PR, but Rod was still in high school when he met Gypsy Rose's mom, Claudine, known as DeeDee, and they began dating. She became pregnant, and the couple married, welcoming their daughter on July 27th, 1991. Rod and DeeDee separated before Gypsy Rose was born. I woke up on my birthday, on my 18th birthday, and realized I wasn't where I was supposed to be. I wasn't in love with her, really. I knew I got married for the wrong reasons. Apparently, he was with Kristy, and they were on a break, and he got with DeeDee. And then also Nicolette happened when Kristy and he were on a break. So things happen when Rod and Kristy go on a break. So he woke up on his 18th birthday and realized I wasn't there where I was supposed to be. I wasn't in love with her. Father and daughter remained in close contact until DeeDee moved from Louisiana to Missouri with Gypsy Rose when she was 10 and began to lie about their child. Again, this is an In Touch magazine that they all got paid for. So it's going to be a narrative surrounded by the truth. I'm going to try to weed through it. Let's go on to who is Gypsy Rose Blanchard's stepmother, Kristy Blanchard. Rod and Kristy began dating shortly after the end of his marriage to DeeDee, which is not true. The couple married and went on to have 2 children of their own, Dylan and Mia. The couple remained close to Gypsy until DeeDee moved. Here's a photo of Rod, Mia, and Kristy. Who is Gypsy Rose Blanchard's half-sister, Mia Blanchard? Rod and Kristy's daughter, Mia, was born on June 26, 2001, making her a decade younger than her half-sibling. She came along just as DeeDee moved Gypsy Rose out of Louisiana, where Mia was raised by her parents. Mia graduated from high school in 2019 and went on to attend the University of Louisiana, attending the College of Nursing and Health Science in February 2022, which is another, she's a nurse. Mia's a nurse. She shared an Instagram post showing she received her white coat. Mia was also a member of the Alpha Delta Pi sorority. It was at the University of Alabama where Mia met her current boyfriend, which I think it's her husband because sometimes she wears a ring, Andre Pittman, and I was reading today that she's married to him, who received an MBA in finance from the school. The pair have been dating since the spring of 2021. Mia was part of her family's celebration welcoming Gypsy Rose home from prison. She shared a series of Instagram photos. And so in this photo, we have Dylan, Rod, Kristy, and Mia. So who is Gypsy Rose Blanchard's half-brother, Dylan? Dylan is Rod and Kristy's second child. Little is known about him as he has chosen to remain private and not participate in any of the programs surrounding Gypsy Rose. He appeared in a family photo Mia shared for Christmas in 2020 and does not seem to have a social media presence. So there is this that I found on all of his children. There's even less known about Nicolette, which Nicolette is very close in age to Gypsy. She's either like I don't know, a month older, a month younger, something like that. Very close in age. So here we have Gypsy, Nicolette, Dylan, and Mia. Come to think about it, maybe they have it in order, like Gypsy's the oldest, but I feel like this one's the oldest. And this is over on Reddit. We have a little, if we go into the comments, this one says, first picture I've seen of Nicolette, Mia and Gypsy look alike. Dylan and Nicolette are the better looking of the siblings. People always have to go there. Who is Nicolette's mother? Not sure. Pretty sure I've heard that Rod got Nicolette's mom pregnant while married to DeeDee. I think she's 6 months younger than Gypsy. She and DeeDee were pregnant at the same time. And then this person says, her name is Jill and she's married to Rod's friend, Marty. Jill and Rod were dating. First, they broke up and he started dating DeeDee. She got pregnant, so he married her, but left her on his 18th birthday, went back to Jill, who he knocked up to. DeeDee and Jill were pregnant at the same time. Gyps is 4 to 5 months older than Nicolette. And this is Nicolette, and I think this is her husband. She's happily married, and it's my understanding she has no contact with Gypsy. Very smart. And also, it's my understanding that she has children, too, I think. This was Kristy pregnant, too, at the same time? No, I don't think so. Okay, it looks like there are some inaccurate dates. I will put the link here. Kristy, Rod and Kristy married in May 1999. This also aligns with photo age of Dylan and wedding photo. I'm on the fence about Rod being Dylan's biological father. He towers above the Blanchard family and looks nothing like them, especially the nose. Too many inconsistency, and Dylan obviously lacks the bond with Gypsy and his father. They have a bond, but nothing like Rod has with Mia and portrays to be building with Gypsy. I think Rod and Mia are a lot alike. They have the same thought patterns, and like just the way Mia will call Gypsy on her shit. Even on camera, she'll do it. I think Rod has the potential to do that, but for whatever reason, I think he feels like he failed Gypsy and he's just afraid to be a dad and tell her no. So I know there's just a lot of talk about the relationships here if you're interested, about Rod and Kristy and all of that. So I will put the link down there. And then I did find this also. There was a business insider that had who they are. It was a lot of the same stuff about who Rod is, who Gypsy is. I thought this was an interesting photo, though, of Mia, Rod, and Kristy at the Mommy, Dad, and Dearest. Look how much happier they look with Gypsy in prison. Send her back. Send her back to prison. Okay, let's keep going. Here, oh yes, this is the one that I found about Gypsy's half-sister, scared to be around her. Let me make sure you're still seeing what I'm doing. Yeah, Gypsy's half-sister, still afraid to be around her. This was a month ago. Does anyone have the live on Mia Blanchard saying she's uncomfortable around Gypsy and scared to be around her? And then the person says, I wouldn't blame Mia for that. She was extremely young when her half-sister went to prison for murdering her own mother. She was probably traumatized as a child just knowing about the case and wondering how her sister could do something like that. Knowing for sure someone is capable of murder makes one uneasy. It's a good point. Mia was only roughly 12, they're saying, when it happened. And that probably did scare her. But she seems like a very strong woman. And she was raised by a very strong woman. No matter what you say about Kristy, Kristy's very strong and outspoken. And Mia has luckily gotten that trait. It's a good trait for a woman to have if she knows how to use it. And here, this is here where it says that Mia's married. I didn't know she was married. If this is true, it says, "Oh, Mia's married." And then somewhere in here it says that she takes her ring off. So I will link that if you want to read it fully. Here we have an article that says Gypsy Rose siblings, who are Rod Blanchard's other kids, says that the former inmate appears to be close with her half-sister. Again, this was a narrative that they sold when she came out. Mia did post some Instagrams. I think everyone was super excited to have her out, and, you know, doesn't really tell you more about Dylan or anyone, but, and this has been so long since I've watched this that again, I'm warning you, I was a stan back in the day. Ugh, so embarrassing. So I don't know what I'm about to say in this, but this was a live that I did on, it was streamed 6 months ago. It was like roughly January, I don't know, 1st, 2nd, 6th, something like that. Not very many of you saw it. 109 views. But I did it. It was back when I was learning and growing. 6 months ago, when I was just learning and growing. I'm just playing. I'm much smarter now. But it is amazing how much you grow in a short amount of time if you do it like 3 times a week. On Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're here at 8 p.m. talking about this stuff. So it does help you. And then I go live here and there on other times. But be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm. I think this is back in the day when I did have audio issues. So let me make sure the volume, you can hear it. Oop, keep pointing to that. She did post some pictures of her. She goes to Louisiana at Lafayette. Also, that is Junebug saying hi, baby, into the mic. This is Mia's. Well, see, here's Mia. This might be Mia's a bridesmaid here. This is back in before everything was made private. And before this, I was looking at Gypsy Rose's old pages with Nick Godejohn, the Nicholas Bella one, and all of her old pages that were still up. I don't know if they're still up now. And this is Mia's page. I went in to see if I could see what she was posting recently. She did post some pictures of her on a plane going to Missouri to meet with Gypsy. And how did I find the Gypsy photos? I have a 6-month-old green cheek. So here are a bunch of photos of Mia and her husband or boyfriend. I think these are more photos. I don't know any one social platform enough to be like an expert at any of it. But this is Dylan, the brother's page. I didn't stay here very long because I wanted to respect his privacy. So you won't see a lot, but nothing really pops up. So moving along, this is her brother's Facebook. I'm not going to really show too much of the brothers and sisters because they seem to want to be very private. So we will respect that. But Dylan, she does have a brother named Dylan. Let's see. Does that look like Rod right here? Dylan? He does have a big nose, but Kristy has a big nose too. Like, I mean, that looks like Gypsy right there, don't you think? So I can't see how Gypsy, if that looks like Gypsy right here in this photo, how this wouldn't be Rod's child, because Dylan wouldn't look like Gypsy, because you know what I'm trying to say. So can you see that, you guys? What happens if I get bigger? I think if I get bigger, it gets smaller. Let me see. I don't know. But I think that looks like Gypsy right there. I'm not going to really show too much of the brothers and sisters because they seem to want to be very private. So And I know that this is the brother because I went into the joint account of Rod and Kristy, and they had pictures of Dylan. There was some kind of barbecue or something, and they were friends. And so I know Dylan Michael was.
But Dylan, she does have a brother named Dylan.
This is the Dylan.
This is her mother Kristy's Facebook account.
So this is the shared, but also Rod has his own too. And I think Kristy might have a private one, her own one too. But this is a shared one that Kristy and Rod have together.
Kristy has where it's Chris.
Was January 2024 that I came through her page and we did this live.
And Rod, but Rod has his own separate account. And that's really how I went down this rabbit hole. I saw Rod shared a picture of Gypsy and Dylan, which is her brother. And I went in a circle. So this is her dad's account. They seem, or her mother's account, her stepmother, but she's been the best kind of mother to her, in my opinion. She's very worried about.
See, that was back in the day when I thought DeeDee was such a awful person. Now that I know what I know, I still think Kristy is doing her best with what, I don't know. It's a mess. They just need to go off social media. And just by that, I mean, like, truly start new accounts that only a few of your friends, if you must stay on Facebook, a few of your friends and family. And if anything leaks, then you got to look at who they are. But I mean, just you made your money. You can go away for a little while, playing your books and your next cash stuff, because in a few years you write a book and people are going to want to buy that. Just, you're good. You're good. This was when she did Banfield. This was right when that whole thing was going on, where Fancy was about to go on to Banfield, and Kristy took the interview and over Fancy.
People pretending to be Gypsy. I think they're learning that they're never going to catch up with that beast, that the minute they get one taken down, another goes back up. So all they can do is just warn that that's not Gypsy. But this is her stepmother.
Things in life on her own, but I'll still do anything to make somebody smile and make sure that they're okay.
In somebody's story. I'm the devil in somebody's story. You're the devil in somebody's story. Somebody's the devil in your story. So I don't really take too much credit to that, but my gut says that I like her, but she posts, she might, maybe she should start taking.
My gut still says that I like her, but she's somebody that is likable, but does untrustworthy things. But I still think that she's a likable person. I don't think she's an evil person. I think she's just a person who grew up in a small town, and small towns can lead to gossipy type of behavior. And I think that there's a lot of that going on.
Stuff down, because like here she's selling a bed, and for all intents and purposes right now, they are public figures, in my opinion. So, but this is her father's page.
Yeah, this is Rod's
page, Facebook page. They're a Facebook family. My family's a Facebook family too. It's really a way that a lot of families keep up with one another. That's why their kids probably have Facebook. They probably would prefer to be on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. But I think that I thought this was incredibly difficult.
I think being online and being on social media is an excellent way for parolees and people with a record to make money. But she's making money off of her crime. I mean, if she had like come out and wanted to be an advocate and truly advocated for something of meaning, and not just read a page from, I don't know, wherever she got, whatever she got, and maybe actually did some work. Yeah, I think online work would be excellent for her. Data entry, anything, but social media. She could get a job at a company and do data entry sitting at home. She could get a regular job.
This woman goes on the page and she says, "No disrespect to your wife, Rod, but I just came to say you are fine AF, respectfully." Then go say it on their joint page, not on his page.
I don't like that kind of I don't like it at all. Here's a photo. This was the barbecue, and this was Dylan and Rod, and this is probably still up. I don't know. I didn't look, and I think that might be Dylan's girlfriend.
Didn't really care for that, but I'm old school with respect like that. So this is Rod's page. I did go in to see if like I could find any old Gypsy Rose posts, but I really didn't see anything. I didn't even really see him when you, well, this is a prison photo that he posted. This is Dylan, Mia, and Gypsy.
This is a photo that I don't see a lot of, if ever. Have you guys ever seen this one? It's been a long, I mean, I guess I've seen it, but it's been so long. I don't see this one a lot.
Those are all Rod's children. Yes, Jay, let's do a podcast together. I'd love to do that.
No, let's not. Let's keep going.
Family. And then there's like, and there was that petition that Rod was, I didn't know about it, or I would have signed it too.
See, I'm so glad I didn't sign a petition to free Gypsy Rose. But I just said if I had known about it, I probably would have signed it. I would have signed it. I would have. Just goes to prove that before you sign things, you really have to know the story. It's very green. I've learned a lot since January, and I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot in the next 6 months. Hopefully it's going to be a good lot.
I think she probably should have spent 10 years. I don't know. Probably, who am I to say? But she wasn't getting any therapy. So at least now she's doing therapy. So
she's doing therapy for the series.
Where prisoners, released people might not be able to profit off their crimes. I don't know. But I do think something is probably going to happen. And what do you think about Gypsy here? So my degree is in social psych. I have a lot with, she looks, and I would never diagnose anybody, but the way she looks here.
This was when I was just trying to figure out what was different here. I often said it looked like fetal alcohol syndrome because of the eyes and the, like kind of like, yeah, I just couldn't figure it out.
She looks like she may have fetal alcohol syndrome. She's got that look. But I did see in one of the photos, and she must have been like 5, 6, 7 years old, she had a pacifier in her mouth. So she was, that can make your teeth and your face pointed. It can change the look of your face. So I don't know. I just don't know. But what do you guys think? Does she look like, what do you think? So do you think, Jay, that this will laws are going to start changing because of this? Okay. And make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. The little bird is jumping all over me. He was supposed to be in bed already, but
got out. This was just
let's take a look at this.
My attention that there has been a lot of fake accounts in my name.
Oh my gosh.
Some of them even going as far as to ask for money. So with that being said, please be careful of.
Typed it, but I don't know if I should say
this. Was just all of her early
on Broadway, and we are about how many minutes?
Okay, so I will put the link. I also went over to Ryan's page before it all went down. I kind of hit all of their pages. So if you're ever doing a comparison and you want to know what was going down before all this stuff went down, welcome to it. Okay, so I've got a few other things here and there. I found this over on TikTok. It is her sister, Nicolette. It's like a little comparison here. This is Nicolette. This is Gypsy, or Nicolette and Gypsy. They're just kind of comparing that Gypsy likes to do a lot of the same pictures that Nicolette does. What's that say? Nicolette and Gypsy, same dad, 3 baby mamas, all born in the same year. And the son, Dylan, has no contact with dad and never knew Gypsy existed till 2000 and I think it says 15. Then Mia contacted Gypsy's hairstyles since coming out, Nicolette, over the years. I don't know if any of that's true. But this is Nicolette and her husband, and this is Gypsy and Ken. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm going to go up a little bit. Gypsy Rose was cute in her pageant videos. She sure was. She was just a little tiny thing, wasn't she? Well, that won't stop. She's a con. She favored me a good bit in the video with the blue shirt on. Geez, I'll be driving 30-ish more minutes. I want to chat and watch. This Gypsy Rose case pulls you in and then it just won't let you go. She's going to freak at the end of the year when income taxes come and she has to pay taxes. She'll be calling Ryan. She'll be calling Ryan. $6K a month. Seriously, doing what? Maybe I should look into that. Well, I mean, what does she have that? How is she achieving all of this? Probably comes from being schooled since you were born on how to trick people. And she's good at it. And she's likable. She's not if you didn't know about a Gypsy Rose ever out there, you know, if you never knew about a Gypsy Rose and you met Gypsy Rose, you would probably like Gypsy Rose. You'd like her, you might find her voice annoying, and you definitely would think something wrong was with Gypsy Rose. If I met Gypsy Rose, well, maybe, I don't know. I still think I can't unsee the microcephaly. So maybe that's my problem. But even looking at her, you can tell I thought there was something wrong and not even wrong. That sounds bad to say. Something was different. Yeah, you do. I encourage anybody to get a show going. It's a lot of work though, but Gypsy really doesn't have to do anything. And I wonder why. Do you think it's because she's been schooled since birth, or does she have a little zest, a little zzz in her? I think she's got, you can tell that DeeDee had, before she got older and more sick, I think her sickness started to take her little sexual energy, but young DeeDee, she had some sexual energy going on there. You can see it. It comes through her photos. She had a little Scorpio-ness in her. You can tell. She's never had a job, so she probably doesn't know she needs to pay taxes. If you make more than $2K a year, you have to file taxes. Yeah, I'm sure DeeDee didn't file taxes. You know what I mean? Do you think DeeDee ever filed? 45 minutes, Nick sat and waited. Yeah, that's right. That's another thing. He sat and waited in the car for 45 minutes, the cab, waiting for young Gypsy Rose. We're going to get into that on the next live. We're going to go into Nick's interrogation, and we're going to go into the taxi cab driver and Nick and all in his waiting, and what could have Gypsy Rose been doing. You ask about the brain age development. Many people online seem to say 25. Oh, I always thought it was 24 when the frontal lobe is grown, but that was based off of just one older study. The frontal lobe is fully developed by 26 or 27 years old. Thank you, Brittany. Yeah, she left the Barney, didn't she? I think I better check TikTok out, Amy. You really should. You know, I have actually went live a few times over on TikTok, and it's just, I don't know. I've got 600-700 people over on TikTok, and it's just like a different world. And I don't think it's a world, like, I'll go over and visit for you guys, but it's not a world I want to live in. So I don't think I want to stream to there. I just don't want to pull that energy into my channel. So, but I will for sure go over and visit for you guys, but I can't bring it over like in that way. Hey guys, I'm from sunny Florida. Where's everybody from? I like to know where everybody's from. Giselle's from the West Coast, Rhode Island, Tennessee. This case here makes me want to eat my dinner in the car while I'm pulled over so I can chat, complain about her, right? Ugh. What are you eating, by the way? I'm kind of hungry myself. I'd slap her if I met her, Amy. Just saying. I would shout behind her just like the Cersei. I'd be like, shame, shame. Where's my bell? Ringing it. I wouldn't be excited. I'd probably go up and tell her what I thought about her. I mean, how could I not? I'm sitting here talking about her. I just feel like if you're willing to say it, I would say everything that I've said here with you to her and to Rod and to Kristy. She looks like an old lady without a filter. Yeah. They all are aging from all the stress. People aren't meant to live under all that stress. You're just not. Heavenly, sweet Tennessee lady. Yeah, Heavenly and Kristy are both my Tennessee chicks. DeeDee was, and I want to go to Memphis, Tennessee. And actually the woman who sings our intro and outro, Serena Matthews, she's from Tennessee. She likes to sing in Memphis. Okay. She is an only child, so she is used to getting everything. The only thing she didn't have was the heart to end a codependent relationship with her mom. Well, I mean, she had she had these siblings that she probably didn't get to see too much. Very codependent relationship, and she ended it the wrong way, and should still be in prison, in my opinion. But she served her time. I'm not somebody who's trying to get her to go back into prison. Like, I mean, she'll go back just for a year and then she'll come back. It might get the little sail out of her, the air out of her sails. But other than that, she's going to be right back out and probably even more popular if she were to have to go back. So I don't wish her to go back. I just wish that she was still like never released. I don't blame you. YouTube and TikTok are so different, right? They're so different, Brittany. And I like the YouTube vibe, you guys. I just do. TikTok is different. It's like it kills my soul. It kills my soul. I don't like people talking to each other like that. And you know, it's their lesson, their journey. But I just am really getting more and more into energy and truly deciding where I want to put my energy, where I want to pull energy. And yeah. But if you're a TikToker, you're a TikToker. Mississippi, M-I-S-S-I. What we used to say, M-I-S-S-I, humpback, I, humpback, I. Or no, M-I, snake eye, snake eye, snake eye, humpback. I forget what it was, but it was something like that. That's how we learned to spell Mississippi. Bama and Atlanta in the house. Joyce. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Jessica says, funny how she's a messy slob, but complained about Ryan Horde. Yeah, I think she might be a little messy because he said clean your room. I think that I don't think she ever had to pick up or clean up after herself. And I think that in a little house like the Blanchards have, which from the photos, and I'm not putting down a little house. You guys, if you have a little house, I think little houses are beautiful. I want a little house. I don't want a big house. But in a little house, you have to keep things a little more organized because one or two things out of place looks crazy. And I've got one or two things out of place. My house is looking crazy. Hi, Jedika. Is that how you say your name? Jedika? Okay, you're about to drive again? Well, I am about to end the live anyway. I am just kind of going through your okay, I'm going to go, you guys. If nobody's told you this, and even if they have, I'm going to tell you this because I mean it. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Angel flew down to a tiny house on the edge of hell. Ain't no garage or a swimming pool, just a sad old